It's my belief that communication is one of the biggest parts of project management. I truly believe that it will make or break a project. Good communication can make a project sail smoothly, and bad communication can take a project way off of the rails. So, luckily, communication is one of my strong points or my strong attributes. As far as the project goes, um, my first communication with stakeholders would be the initiation uh, phase of the project cycle. And in this meeting or in this phase, what I'm looking to do is get as much information from the stakeholders about exactly what it is they want. What is their end goal? What requirements do they need? What are some things that are I guess, really big for them, and they want to make sure that they get in or get done into this project. That way, when I'm making my planning and I'm going through the rest of my project, I can make sure I highlight those areas that are concerns for them. Another thing that I like to do is I like to do meetings. Mostly, I think once a week is good, but can be increased or decreased depending on the project, depending on how communication is going. If it's really, really good, then maybe we don't have to meet as much. If we're not on the same page, or if things are going left, maybe we want to meet more than once a week. And that communication doesn't just go for face-to-face actual meeting, but it can also the communication will also go via email or text messaging or whatever other forms that we find to help communicate. The reason I like to meet so much is to try to alleviate project creep or scope creep. I'm sorry. And the way that I look to do that is to make sure that the stakeholder as is as informed as possible as to what is going on now, what went on in the past, like the last step, and what's our next step. As much information as I can feed them, as much as they have, I feel like the more comfortable stakeholders are, and they will be, and the easier it is to just continue on, or the better it is for the project overall with everybody being on the same page, everybody having all the information that is needed and able to move forward in a positive manner. Um, I think if you don't have that, you tend to get into more scope creep, more of the, hey, what about this? What about that? Can we do this? Can we do that? And when we get to that, or if we approach that type of phase or that type of situation, my plan going into that would be to talk to the stakeholders about what changing or what making a change at that point in the progress or in the project would do, whether that would lengthen the deadline or whether that will increase the amount of money that we need in the budget to make those changes happen. I feel like if I can inform the stakeholders, whether positive, negative, good or bad, what the effects of making any changes or doing anything different are, then I think they will appreciate that, one, and two, have a great sense of already where we're at in the project and what these things can affect in the project and where they could take us. And that will give them an opportunity to make a very informed decision on what they want to do going forward. I also not only want to just meet with my stakeholders, but I also want to meet with my project team at least probably once a week. Once again, same type of situation. It can be more or it can be less because I need that communication to flow up and down throughout. I want to make sure I have as much information as I can so that way if I need to feed things up to stakeholders, I have what I need. And if I need to feed things back down to the team, I can do that as well. And we can all be on the same page and all make this move smoothly. We all know if there's any issues, there's no surprises. Everybody's just working at very efficiently, effectively, and overall communicating greatly or in a great manner, in a great way. And I think that is primarily how I would handle communications in a project setting.